Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. My name is Andrew, coming to you from the beautiful Carolinas. Today's topic is going to be the narcissist sees a new opportunity in everyone. Think about that for a minute. Everyone, if you like the content, please like, subscribe, and share. So the narcissist, one of the things they are always on the prowl looking for are opportunities. They're looking for opportunities to build relationships, to destroy relationships, and in between to take whatever they can from unsuspecting, vulnerable people. The narcissist is always testing the temperature of each and every relationship that they are a part of. That includes with their immediate family, extended family members, romantic interests, neighbors, colleagues, people in businesses, associates, hobby groups, etc. They're always comparing themselves, and they're always testing the temperature of the people that they surround themselves with. Now, why they're doing that? It's because, number one, they need to see if these people are loyal. Number two, they need to see if these people are believing in the mask that the narcissist wears. Number three, they're seeing if any new opportunities will present themselves through communication or through other people's circumstances that the narcissist can improve their life by. So example, let's say that somebody just got a new job and it's a friend of the narcissist. Well, is the narcissist going to be happy for that friend getting a new job and maybe making more money than the narcissist? Probably not. But what will they do? They will proclaim that they're the most happy person on the planet, the happiest person for this person. But behind closed doors, they're in competition with that friend, and they're not happy for them. You see, the narcissist is jealous, envious, they're a coward, a bully, and they're hollow. And they believe that they are better than everybody else on the planet, including you. They believe that they know more, they're more attractive, they're more intelligent, and that they should have what other people have. So using that example, if this friend of the narcissist has a new job and things are going well for them, well, maybe the narcissist can buddy up to them a little bit closer for the next couple weeks or months and see if an opportunity can arise for them to get a job in the same location. Understand what's going on here. The narcissist, they need to leapfrog throughout life, in romantic relationships, in friendships, in hobby groups, in communities, wherever they are. They always want to elevate their lifestyle. They want to improve things. That's why they discard people, specifically romantic relationships or friendships. And that's not exclusive to those, but they discard people because they've already used these people up and they've taken what they can from the unsuspecting person. And if you were in a narcissistic relationship and you're now unwinding it and unpacking it and realizing that that relationship almost took you down for the count, but it didn't, and you're in the community, on the channel, and you're healing, working towards that pinnacle of indifference, that mountaintop of indifference, where you no longer care about the narcissist. You've learned the lifelong learning lessons from the relationship. You've healed and or you are healing, and you understand that that's something you had to go through. When you do that, you understand that the narcissist is the one constant in the cycle. It's not you, it never was you, and it never will be. The narcissist is continuously looking for new opportunities in everybody that they had known in the past, they know right now, and that they will meet in the future. This is what the narcissist does. It's their nature. It's exactly how they slither through life, looking for new opportunities. And you must remember, the narcissist gets jaded and bored with people, with relationships, with houses, with cities, with towns. The narcissist cannot sit still. I created that video in 2021. It is so completely evident that the narcissist does not want to sit still. That's why they need multiple smartphones. That's why they're always looking for opportunities. That's why they want to meet new people. That's why they're always on the go. That's why they're traveling many times. That's why they're on social media. That's why they're on dating apps. That's why they're going here, there, and everywhere, because the narcissist needs to fill that void. And what is the void, you may ask? With the narcissist, not with you. The void with the narcissist is their mind. You see, in their mind, it is not a pretty place to be. It's not a good existence for the narcissist. They need to occupy their mind with other things. In other words, social media or telephones or dating apps or events or circumstances. That's what's called supply. Supply is something pivotal for the narcissist. The narcissist cannot regulate themselves. They need to take advantage of unsuspecting, vulnerable people, people who don't know their worth, people who don't know their value, or people that are trapped in the narcissistic fog or are reliant upon the narcissist. Maybe they're financially dependent upon the narcissist. Maybe the narcissist is putting a roof over their heads or paying tuition or giving them a job. You see, what the narcissist wants to do is they want to infiltrate people's lives. and they want to slowly and insidiously take over their lives and control multiple people at one time. Picture, if you will, a puppet master, and the puppet master it has one puppet that it's controlling. Well, that's what a puppet master does, but the narcissist is a puppet master on steroids. They control multiple people's lives at the same time, and that's what they're doing right now wherever they are all over the planet. Thing is, back then you did not know what a narcissist was because you weren't taught this in school. There was no such thing as Narcissism 101 where you could get the education without having to go through the narcissistic relationship. Looking back, wouldn't that have been a blessing if you were taught the rules, the ins and outs on the narcissistic abusive cycle, and it were actually a school class paid forward in whatever class or grade, so you could identify poor behavior at the drop of a hat. Again, that's why I created the channel, to pay it forward, to help people out currently and in the future who don't even know that they need help or needed help. That was me at one point, it was you. But the narcissist looked at you as an opportunity. That's how they're looking at the new supply right now. The new supply, side note, is somebody who currently or in the past could provide a different lifestyle for the narcissist, or they were the flavor of the month, or they too were a toxic person, or they too were a very vulnerable person. Maybe they just came out of a divorce or broke up with a relationship, or they just moved or relocated, or heaven forbid, they believed in the mask of the narcissist, but I'm sure that that's probably what they did, any or all of those things. And they thought that they had paid her, and they thought that once the narcissist was free from the relationship with you, that they would slide right in there and they would get the best thing on the planet known to humankind. Well, new supply, I've got something for you there. That's not what you found. You found what we all found in the community. You entered the lion's den. You entered the narcissistic fog. You entered a relationship who only cares about one person, and it is not you. You see, the new supply many times believes that they are striking pay dirt, that they found the best thing, and nothing, and I mean nothing, could have been further from the truth, because everybody in time reveals themselves. The narcissist will reveal themselves. You will reveal them yourself. I have already revealed myself. And when I say that, what I mean is when you're tested to your core and your character has to shine through or not, you will figure out what you're made of. What is the narcissist made of? They're made of manipulation, of lies, of deceit, destruction, of cowardice, of not being there to support anybody other than themselves. If you were in the middle of the ocean on a ship that is about to be sinking, and heaven forbid you were, and there was only one life raft on it, and it was you and the narcissist, I can promise you, you're not going to get a hold of that life raft before the narcissist would. And if you had it on you, they would do anything in their power to take it from you. A little dramatic, but it's real. The narcissist only cares about themselves, and they look for people to take from, and they look for opportunities to arise in relationships. Every single opportunity they get. That is why the narcissist is always checking in with people, seeing where they are, how everything's going with the family, how things are going with the new romantic relationship, how things are going with friendships. That is why the narcissist is one person to you when you were with them, and there was somebody completely different when they weren't around you. What does the narcissist do when what did they do when they weren't around you? Who knows? Were they acting? Were they manipulating? Were they acting in a whole different character? All of those things and more are probably true. The narcissist is always looking for things to take from other people. That's why, I'll go back to the friendship groups again, many times the narcissist does not have long-term friends because they don't stay still long enough to cultivate and grow relationships. Not because they don't want to, because they're incapable of it. Because the people that they become friends with eventually either A, are toxic themselves, or B, wise up and figure out, wait a minute, this person who turned out to be the narcissist, their actions aren't matching their words. And something's off here, something's wrong. And I have to do so many things for them, and I'm getting stiffed with the lunch bills a lot, and I have to pick them up, and I have to wait for them, and I have to hear them whine and complain about their life, and they're always talking bad about my friends. I wonder what they're saying about me when I'm not around. Understand the message. The narcissist is looking for an opportunity in everyone. And I'll tell you right now, each and every person on the planet has special abilities. We all have talents and gifts. We all have unique experiences and insights as to what make us us. Everything you've gone through in time in life has got you caught up to this point in time right here, right now with me. Maybe you were born in a country and you speak a different language. Maybe your hair color is different. Maybe you went to school, you didn't. Maybe you started a business at age 17. Maybe you just created your first website at age 90. Who knows what you're doing? But the point is, you're contributing. You're a stable, healthy person. You want the best for the planet. You want people to live in harmony, serenity, peace, and abundance. you've come through the cycle, or you are coming through the cycle, and you're rising through the ashes like a phoenix. You are now entering the third version of you, the strongest, most galvanized version of you known to humankind. And that version is a version that no narcissist, and yes, maybe not the best English, but you get it, not one narcissist or toxic person can take away from you, because you now identified and you can see the signs. You've learned the glossary, the terms, the definitions in the narcissistic abusive cycle. You've lived the experiences day in and day out, which included being gaslit, being stonewalled, given the silent treatment for days or weeks on end, experiencing rage fits, verbal abuse, spiritual abuse, yes, I do mean that, mental abuse, financial abuse, even physical abuse. You've been through the war in the toxic narcissistic relationship. You were up against something you did not even know it existed, which is the narcissist. You weren't taught it in school, and when you were in that relationship, you were giving to a fault. Maybe you were a people pleaser, maybe you were a yes person, maybe you didn't have boundaries and you couldn't say no, the strongest word in the English language. Remember, when you say no to something or someone, you're saying yes to yourself. But all these things may have been you. But now you understand that most people on the planet aren't like you. Many people don't think like you. There are people that are envious of you. There are people that are jealous of you. There are people who may even want to be you. Think about the narcissist. What did they do? They latched onto you rather quickly once they figured out what made you tick and who you were and what they could take from you and what kind of opportunities they could seize from you. They went into that relationship under the guise of being a kind, loving person. Maybe it was a romantic relationship or a friendship and you thought that you were like-minded, headed in the same direction. That wasn't the case. You were headed in that direction, but the narcissist was always at your heels trying to pull you down in the low vibrational state where they exist. And the whole time they were doing that, you were working for them. You lost your identity to them. You were doing things you never thought you would do. You were saying things you never thought you would say. You were tolerating behaviors you never thought you would tolerate because you became a little slice of yourself. You weren't yourself. You were giving to a fault. And the narcissist was pushing your boundaries more and more and more. And they were laying on the gas pedal of abuse. And they were disappearing for days or weekends at a time. And they would not be at home when they said they would be home. And then one day you would come home after work and there would be some people in your house of the opposite sex of the narcissist. And you're like, what's going on here? Who are these people? We're married. What? And then the narcissist would just look at you like, take it or leave it. They give you that little smirk and the little black beach ball pupils would light up with supply. But back then you didn't know what supply was. And back then you thought you were in a loving, stable relationship. And the question is, who were those people in your house? I can't tell you. I never got the answers. Maybe you knew. But these people would be claimed to be, oh, they're co-workers, wink, wink. Or they're just down on their luck. They need some friends, or they need a little help. Or this is my cousin from 30 years ago who I've never talked to. Or this is a high school acquaintance. You never know what you're going to get with these people, because with the narcissist, you never get any genuineness. You never get any honesty. You never get any authenticity. What you do get is a litany of tests that you must pass throughout the relationship until one day, perhaps you were discarded. And that is the most challenging thing to go through, other than breaking the trauma bond, because you don't even know what you're up against. You didn't find that needle in a haystack. You didn't know that you were looked at as an opportunity. You didn't know somebody did not have the ability to not love. You didn't understand that somebody could not have zero, that someone couldn't have empathy. All these things I'm sharing with you are what encompass the narcissist. The narcissist is a callous, uncaring, shallow, hollow, manipulating creature. And they do not want the best interest for anybody. They don't. They never have and they never will. But what happened there in that relationship, let's say you did get married or you fell in love with the narcissist or you became their friend, they really got close to you and they figured out everything about you. And slowly they began to remove the things that you liked, your hobbies, your health, your network of friends, your social circle, your status, your time, your money. Everything was being removed from you, but you couldn't quite figure it out because you thought that you were in a stable relationship. You were believing in the mask. The truth of the matter was, you were believing in the mask because you were placed in the trauma bond and you had to break free from it. And that's a whole different video. Point being here is the narcissist knew what they did to you. They knew how to pull the puppet strings to manipulate you. They knew you would continue to work for the relationship. That's why so many times when you would be in the narcissistic relationship, they would just give you that smirk and give you that look. And they'd just be like, you're so pathetic, you're so weak. Toughen up, go see a therapist, you need help. Your mom told me I shouldn't have married you. Do you know how many people want to be with me? You're so lucky that I stay with you. They would be doing that, pushing buttons, your buttons, and you would be questioning yourself like, who does this? but you couldn't wrap your head around it. You didn't know what you were up against. And then you would go to work, or you would go exercise, or whatever you would do, or you'd go upstairs and be in a room by yourself thinking about what just happened. And then the cycle would continue. It will go on and on and on, because you didn't know what you know now. You didn't know that you were looked at as an opportunity. You didn't know that people looked at other people as opportunities. An opportunity to you was probably getting a chance to start a new job, or getting a chance to relocate. That's an opportunity. Or getting an opportunity to go to school. Those are healthy, stable opportunities. Opportunities should not be about how much destruction and manipulation you can create in a relationship. But that's how the narcissist sees people, as opportunities. And every single person they encounter, that perhaps they're recycling from the past, or present day people that they're just meeting for the first time, they look and try to figure out what makes these people tick. And at one point, that was you. You need to get the message that if you are oversharing information, or if you are in a toxic narcissistic relationship right now, or if you're in a relationship that is draining you, you really need to understand that these relationships do not improve. They only deteriorate over time. And if you can get out now while you still can, do it. If you're tethered to the narcissist or this toxic person and you need to find an exit plan, I strongly suggest you plan for that. Try to figure out a timeline when you can remove yourself with some dollars in your pocket and have a place to go to. I know it's not as easy as those couple sentences I just shared with you, but what I'm trying to explain is, if you've identified you're in a toxic narcissistic relationship or a one-way relationship, and you do not believe you're being treated properly, and it's getting cumbersome and heavy, and you're being anxiety riddled, and you can't be yourself, and you're walking on eggshells, and you can cut the tension in the room or the office or the house with a butter knife, you need to look for a way to get out of there. You need to change your circumstances. If not now, when? Now, I understand not everybody can do that. I get the point. If you can't utilize gray rock, become dull and boring and get off the radar of the narcissist. Understand this. Every single person the narcissist meets in life, everybody, they're looking at that person, how they can take something from them, even if it's just time. That's fine. And remember, time to me is the most valuable commodity we have. It's not gold, it's not silver, it's time. But that's something the narcissist takes from people, is time. Other things, your health, money, resources, houses, relationships with your children, relationships with your family members or friends or colleagues, or your hobbies. They take everything from you. They take everything they can, and they don't care about people. They just look at them as what? As an opportunity. So everyone, that's the video. I hope you liked it. I loved doing it from the beautiful Carolinas. This is Andrew. Namaste. Have a great afternoon, evening, or morning, no matter where you are on the planet. You're not alone. Remember that you are not alone. And the narcissist looks at everybody as an opportunity. And many times, before I close the video, if you've healed and you've blocked the narcissist and gone no contact and deleted them and removed all flying monkeys and people associated with them, then you are living your best life, or you are about to. You're headed towards that pinnacle of indifference, that mountaintop of indifference, or you've reached it. But if you haven't, then you are susceptible to a Hoover. And what is the Hoover? The Hoover is when the narcissist is trying to draw you back into the relationship. If it's for an hour, a day, a week, a month, another decade, they realize that you have more that they can take from, and they're trying to punish you. Why? Because they're trying to punish you for being you. That's what the narcissist does. I love you all. God bless you, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. It's getting a little chilly. Have a great night, you guys. Bye-bye.